Welcome back, everyone. It's been a long time since I last made an appearance, and a lot of things have happened around here. But let's be honest, you're not here for my story, you're here for his. And as much as I'd like to tell you that you're in for a treat and this next one's going to be a great entry, you're not. You see, it seems old Nibor made a mistake and wound up forgetting one of the most forgettable entries into the entirety of the series. So forgettable, in fact, it has neither a subtitle nor even a number entry. Though it does have the distinction of being the only Megaman game on its system, one of the few for any Sega system, and the rather dubious honor of only being released in America. Next up is Megaman for Game Gear.
Despite the novelty of being on the Game Gear, this Megaman title has literally nothing original. The gameplay is a strangely portioned collage of Megaman 4, 5, and 2, and the story is a half-step removed from non-existent, with the instruction manual referring to it as a collection of magic moments from Megaman's glorious history. It goes on to say, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to crush Dr. Wily's humanoid henchmen in a sizzling cybernetic showdown and overthrow the evil Doctor's sinister plot to destroy mankind. Guide Megaman through 6 hazardous levels and clean up gangs of twisted cronies before facing the heavily armed bosses. If you survive this perilous journey, you move on to the formidable fortress, where you finally face the fiendish Dr. Wily, Megaman's arch-enemy since the dawn of time. Well, 1985 anyway. As a minor aside, this is actually a mistake, as the first Mega Man title wasn't released until 1987. Mega Man embarks on his quest as your familiar no-frills blue superhero, and each time you beat a boss, you acquire his weaponry and powers. So, as you progress through each stage, you build up a lethal artillery to take into the final confrontation with the infamous Dr. Wily. That aside, let's move on to the game proper. You'll notice one of these things is not like the others and does not belong. That said, this time we're not going to be picking the odd one out, and instead we're going to be starting with good old Napalm Man. The first thing I'm sure you'll notice is that, well, the level layout is completely identical to the original game. The only difference being that your field of view is significantly restricted. But I mean, what can you do? You're on a portable system with a smaller screen. Surely there had to be something that they could do, though, as several of these levels, given the restricted field of view, would now feature blind leaps of faith. Well, they saw fit to make it to where if you hold the jump button, you can scroll the screen around. However, don't think for a moment you are safe doing this, as while Mega Man is frozen in place, none of the enemies are. You may also have noticed that I was leading my shots there a bit, kind of waiting for the first shot to be absorbed before trying to fire the others. That's because, much like with the screen size restriction, there's also a sprite restriction. You can only have 2 shots on the screen. I guess now Mega Man gets to know how old Proto Man feels. One of the far less obvious changes, however, is that the damage done by a charge shot has been increased from 4 ticks of health to 5. While already important in their own right, extra lives are particularly important in this title as one of the things that they decided to do away with to make space for the rest of the game was continues. If you run out of lives, that's it. You have to start all over from the beginning or the last time you inputted a password. Probably gonna get my butt handed to me this first time. There's one thing that is definitely made harder by these smaller screens is fighting bosses. You have a lot less room to move around. And honestly, the extra tick of damage done by a charge shot doesn't make that big of a difference. All or nothing, I suppose. If we had it, we'd might as well use it, right? A completely unnecessary reduction, however, was the new naming convention for weapons. Yes, Napalm Bomb has been reduced to the bomb weapon. Moving along, next in line is Stone Man. And just to show that secrets have been kept intact, well, at least the secret locations have, as some of the items that would have been there, specialty parts and or the plates for beat, well, those functions being removed from this game means that those items are removed from the game as well. This should explain exactly what I mean when I say that enemies don't stop moving just because you do while you're scrolling the screen. That is, I believe, unfortunately, the only imcan we're going to be finding in this game. Use it wisely. Can I say, I distinctly remember there being a secret there. Of course, I probably remember wrong. Wouldn't be a playthrough by me if everything went smoothly.
Not going to go for the extra life?
With as many lives as I'm already going to be losing, not nearly worth the attempt.
And yet, you go out of the way for that eating.
It'll probably save me in the long run.
Feels a bit like extra lives drop more often in this game.
And believe me, I'm grateful for that.
Well, those bombs sure put in some work.
Hey, doing what I can with what I got.
I suspect you went for Napalm Man first for exactly that reason.
You suspect correctly. With those two out of the way, we'll see you on the other side.